Fnatic just solidifying this one.
Yeah. It'd be difficult for otherwise to happen. And so this is a pretty grim picture I'm about to paint.
Yeah.
But the outcome of this round, we look at it and go, okay, Fnatic should be rolling over Cloud9. Cloud9 have pistols, right? And Fnatic don't. They have the gun difference. But the thing is, they've had rifle rounds that have been cleaner than that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, where things have been on even footing, where they've been able to fight unfairly, if you will, and the outcome's been the same, or in some instances, even cleaner for Fnatic.
Exactly. And, you know, these eco rounds, they have a lot of different purposes. Sure, your main goal is to just get the spike down and maybe get some frags here and there, but it's an information game. You know, we talk about how important information is in this game. You kind of get an idea of what their defensive setup is. You kind of have an idea of what they're willing to fight for, what they're not willing to fight for. All of these kinds of cues kind of conditions you and prepares you for the rest of this second half. And for Cloud9, if that sort of eco, you know, and we always commend teams that are able to make those thrifty rounds scrappy, but this wasn't scrappy at all. It was very straightforward. It was very much in the favor of Fnatic.
Fnatic with the 6-round lead, seeing if they can roll this bonus all the way through. Cloud9, really, they kind of have to turn the tides here. That's an excellent start out from Leaf, but it's traded right back.
Oh, and the bird gets taken out as well. Leaf, he's got a good angle, but man, this Asher utility has been so on point for Fnatic. The Sucks are coming in right in the nick of time. And Mitch, although he's got the sight, maybe the spike will go. The rotation's kind of funky. It looks like Fnatic think this is an A hit, so maybe Cloud9 are able to make this post plant work a little bit. They're going to have a lot of map control to get forward in this post plant.
A bit lost in the sauce, as they say. Doma and Mystic, fortunately, are going to be able to bring rifles into this fight, so it's not just them dealing with Spectres and trying to make it happen. Fnatic have a chance at this thing, a very good chance at it, but Vanity, speaking of chances, has a chance to blow this up. You see him playing down low. Magnum on the tap. We see some of that breach utility coming out, but now they know where he is. They're going to have to push things towards Zeta. They can't leave him unchecked. Doma once again on the tap, as Zeta once again drops that util, continues to chain it through. Vanity gets the best of both. Mystic looking to work his way forward. And again, they get cleaned up. And he gets to defuse. 11-4 for Fnatic. What is this?
That was so, you know, and Cloud9 were doing a fantastic job.
They were?
They were buying time. They were layering that Zeta breach util to keep Fnatic off the spike. In fact, I thought, oh my god, Fnatic, they have to get half there. Otherwise, they're going to lose this round. But even still, with all things going against them, they're still able to defuse the spike and win it in the end. And you know, we talked about the smallest of margins in this third map so far. The fact that we even saw Zeppa popping his showstopper, not getting a kill, but leaving his opponent with 20 HP. And right after, Durka getting a kill and a half with his showstopper. The differences in both of these teams when the time comes, it just seems like Cloud9 is just kind of slipping out of their fingers here.
And on the flip side, Fnatic seem to be able to do no wrong.
Yes.
Right? Things are just clicking for them, and sometimes things, it do be that way sometimes.
It do be like that.
We'll see if Cloud9 can hopefully turn things around here.
Oh, look at the spot. Oh no!
Rolling Thunder coming out. No one's going to be home, but that should allow them to get onto the site anyway. But how much more do they invest in trying to clear it out? Yeah, you see a flash comes through. Vanity playing this cheeky little corner, playing this 50, and Dirk is wise to it. Not wise enough, though. Vanity cleans him up.
Good run and gun. Oh, and that's huge for Vanity to take out Doma. You saw that the ultimate forward breach was online. Beautiful shots coming through here for Cloud9, and it's just Mystic. 1 versus 3. He does take out Zeppa, but the spike is not planted for him, and Vanity is going to go ahead and clean that one up. And all things considered, man, that Cloud9, once again, they needed that. And it feels like we've been saying that a lot in this map.
Yes, yes, it does. And like, is Vanity the spark? Like, is that it? He just gets a 3K there. Yeah, the first one was a bit, you know, whatever. But then swings around, gets a second, and finishes off with a third. Is this the spark? Is this what Cloud9 need to get back into this thing? Or even if that is the spark, like, is it too far gone? They're down 6 rounds here in the second half.
Yeah, hey, you never know. Lead by example, right? And certainly that's what Vanity is going to try to do here. For Fnatic, they have a bit of a wonky buy, not a lot invested into this one. As I said last round, though, Doma, He's still got the Breach ultimate. So if things go a little bit Fnatic's way, maybe they find a pick, maybe Cloud9 bite off a little bit more they can chew, that ultimate is going to come into play in this round.
See the Seekers dropped. Mystic CC'd up to high heaven. Whoa. Cloud9 finding some openings. They're able to make some things happen. Only 3 left on the side of Fnatic. And yes, 2 of them have rifles. But Mystic's just so weak. Doma has no armor at all.
Yeah, Spike is going to go down here for Zeta. Mitch just securing the round, hopefully. Dropping down those Killjoy Molotovs, making sure the post plant is bolstered. And Durkay, that's a nice shot. Crispy, and that brings it down to a 3v2. This is not impossible by any means. They have the showstopper and the Rolling Thunder that you just mentioned. It may not have gone their way quite yet, but that... okay, never mind. Well,
I take it back.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Beautiful round for Cloud9. Again, they absolutely needed that. Okay, well, I'm going to stop saying that for the rest of this game because they're going to need every single round that they can get from here on out. And that's a good start for these guys. 2 in a row. That's exactly what these guys needed, is those consecutive back-to-back rounds to kind of start building up their economy, building up those ultimates, finding a solid game plan that they can lean on to for the rest of the second half.
Was here. Yes, this should do.
Cloud9 here mulling over how they want to approach this next round. Looks like they want to go towards A. You see the Trailblazer in, pushing back Magnum. And then you've got this terrifying group of players of Cloud9 that are working their way in towards Satellite. And the thing is, it's just drawing attention. Leaf dies, but off of that, they're able to get onto the site, right? There was so much invested his way that they can kind of waltz in.
They are the utility for Fnatic. It's just been so painful for Cloud9. Vanity, he's got to be good for a kill, but he's in astral form. Magnum might find the timing. He does. He's good for it. The Cypher ultimate goes down, and Mitch, although he finds one, his positioning, it's been up.
And the thing is, they don't have the spike either. They still have to get to the spike and plant it. So far, so good. You've got Boaster with the Judge. The lockdown's going to create some space. The thing is, do Fnatic go for it here? Do they give it up and then attempt to retake things? It seems like that's going to be the case. Once the lockdown extinguishes, there they can move forward.
Jeez.
And off of that, they still get the kill onto Mitch.
Yeah, that's good damage for Zeppa. The Breach fault line does make things a lot more difficult, but Pain Shields goes out. Zeppa, he's got to have a clip here.
Oh yeah, he's got to be a gamer. Ooh. I like that. Cheeky little spot. They still know he's there, right? Zeppa drops down. 1. Trying to spam through, but Doma's just going to stick the defuse. It doesn't matter. Fnatic gets to 12.
Oh, Doug, that hurts. That one hurts, especially because he even committed the ultimate at the end there. You know, and that's indecisive. That is the telltale signs of a losing team right there. Just the epitome of it, right? Because you saw that that's a desperate play, and it was way too late at that point. The spike was already done. Unfortunate for Cloud9, but for Fnatic, man, again, just a full controlled post plant.
Well, and how many times are we going to see, we talked about this utility setup earlier, but the gravity well into the nades have caused so many headaches for Cloud9. Probably 6 kills at this point just off of that little setup. It's gross.
It's the suck paint show combo. These Fnatic guys know exactly when and where they want it. These choke points that Cloud9 are pushing into, they're getting stopped every time. It's been fantastic.
Cloud9, still early in the tournament, but find themselves down in a big way. Potentially looking at a trip down to the lower bracket. Ah, my goodness. Boaster's Judge is able to get one. They trade it out, though, which is fine for now, as Cloud9 look to turn their attention towards B.
Yeah, Mitch doing everything he can to try to help Vanity get into the site here, get the spike down, and it will go down. Doma's, the Rolling Thunder.
Exactly, Potter. They have so much utility to work with. They have the Rolling Thunder. They have the Cosmic Divide. And there's that Rolling Thunder. What they don't have right now is a numbers advantage, but that could have potentially been the equalizer. Vanity gets dropped to 3v3. Well, that turned very quickly as Doma finds himself outnumbered and outgunned. Cloud9 lived to fight at least one more round.
Yeah, and that was a solid post plant, all things considered. I mean, you mentioned all the utility coming their way. It's unfortunate for Fnatic that Rolling Thunder didn't hit a single soul in the site, unfortunately. Cloud9 played those positions well. They knew that Fnatic had that available for them. So definitely did not make things easy, and they're able to convert another one. As we see Zeppa just kind of flying across the map there. That was Zeppa, right?
I believe so.
It was a raise.
So now Cloud9, as we mentioned, they managed to avoid ending the map a bit early. This Fnatic group, you've got them, see they got them just on pistols, right? But off of that pistols, they dial something up, they take aggressive space away. I believe it was you who said earlier, right? Like in a situation like this, why not, right? Try to do something fun, try to make something happen. It's not working out, but I mean, at least you tried.
Yeah, give it that old college try.
Where do you think that saying comes from?
I'm not sure.
College try.
Yeah.
We'll Google
I
it.
think, you know, probably in college you
Try things?
you try things, you
Last
experiment a
player
little,
standing.
you're young and dumb.
I guess.
Maybe that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Stay in school, kids. Stay in school. Fnatic. Things not looking good, at least for this round. Cloud9 should be able to clean this one up. And as we start to really kind of turn our attention over to the next round, we have Boaster's Viper's Pit. I don't know why that escaped me in that moment. And they have a couple of ultimates that are at least halfway there, right? So I say that to say that shouldn't play a factor on the side of Fnatic. Meanwhile, Cloud9, they have 2 online right now. Leaf is 1 away from having the jelly. So there's a possibility here for Cloud9 to make this a very close, very competitive end.
It certainly is, and that's a really good point, especially because, as we said, Cloud9 need every round they can get. And so the fact that these ultimates are coming online right now, it gives them that sort of playbook. It gives them those sorts of opportunities to combine these this utility to make themselves. It's just 4 more rounds, you know, just
Doable.
4 more rounds.
Yep. It is doable, but the thing is, they have to play perfect Valorant. They have to, and that's where you see Cloud9 calling a timeout. This very well. I want to keep an eye on Leaf. Do they set something up for Leaf to get the Seekers, right? Set up a play around an ult orb, and then is this a hard execute off of those 3 ultimates, right? Those are not that any ultimate is minor, but those are round-defining ultimates that can create space that you can play off of, that can really open things up.
Yes, exactly. And I'll be curious to see what Boaster does with the Viper's Pit. I'm not sure that placing it off the rip as the barriers go down is going to be the play. I think maybe he's going to wait to see what kind of contact comes forward and then drop it in the mid-round. But just deciding which site you're going to drop that is a huge decision in and of itself. So we'll see exactly what route Boaster goes. But yeah, I think we're going to see... We should see a Showstopper Breach ultimate combo into a site hit here.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see how things dial up. Again, Cloud9 in a timeout here. Fnatic up big, right? 12-8, looking to put Cloud9 away, looking to send them down to the lower bracket and give EU the first victory in this NA versus EU matchup during this tournament, while Cloud9 look to desperately hang on to anything that they could possibly find to potentially extend this, to potentially get it to overtime. But the truth is, Potter, they're a far cry from that at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
And it doesn't look like they're setting up anything for Leaf here.
It doesn't. It's disappointing, especially because Zeppa and Leaf both just need a couple of orbs to make some sort of combo happen. Cloud9 are not going to get a second chance at this, so it'll be interesting. And it's insane to think about how the differences of what teams prioritize what depending on what region they're from, right? It's just very interesting to debate the small nuances of that. But I mean, if this was Vision Strikers in this position, you could bet your ass they would be collecting those orbs, combining those sorts of ultimates together, and that is their priority. But for Cloud9, you could see that for them, it's much more about just that default game. The frags, the headshots, they prioritize that.
And that's gotten them this far.
Yeah.
Right? That got them out of North America. That got them into map 3 against Fnatic. That got them to champions, right? Like, it certainly has worked. But how much further can it take them? 15 seconds away from starting off the round. Cloud9, you see the spike on the lower southernmost area of the map. And And they can approach things towards B. Again, you expect something fast, right? You expect something aggressive, potentially off of Zeta's Rolling Thunder. But even with this setup, right? Like, they're not playing the spike at all. Look at that. It's not even in anyone's hands. That's an excellent opener, though.
Beautiful shot for Zeta, and another one. Boaster, he wanted to get that trade. He wanted to equalize things at least a little bit, but he gets taken out as well. And beautiful start for Cloud9. Full control.
I think it's a fake. They dropped the Cosmic Divide towards B. They invested the flash from Leaf, not the Leaf from Flash, the flash from Leaf towards A to find out that there was nobody there. You also got Zeppa who's staying around. The spike hasn't been picked up yet. The thing, though, is, Potter, did it take too long?
No. Cloud9 are just biding their time. The Mystic's positioning right here is... This is crazy.
Problematic.
Yeah, okay. Well, Leaf is just going to back it up. And yeah, this is one of those weird rounds where Fnatic look like they're in the back foot. They've cut noise, but somehow, some way, they've been coming out on top of these sorts of rounds. Magnum, he's good for the 1. He's good for the 2.
No way.
All of a sudden, it's a 3 versus 3, Doug.
Make that a 3v2 as Doma drops. Because it's still a doable situation, and the thing is, Magnum has spotted the spike. They're able to set up around here. Mystic, you see him hightailing and trying to get over here as quickly as he possibly can, as Magnum has to hold fast, not able to do so. Zeta gets 3 on the round. That should open up everything for Cloud9 as they get the spike. They're going to go back towards B, and Mystic's headed the wrong way.
Yeah, he's B-lining it towards A. He took his chance. It was 1 and 2 shot. He makes the wrong one. That was so damn close. A valiant effort coming through here for Fnatic to make that 3 versus 5 look as close as it did. Cloud9 are gonna be another sigh of relief to be able to collect the spike in time and get it down. Oh man, what a round. What a round. And that's how fast things like a round like this can turn. We were just talking about it being a 5 versus 3. Things looking very dire for Fnatic, but the fact that, you know, this is kind of where they shine. They're able to slow things down. They're able to hold those off angles and fight their way back into the round. That's beautiful.
I'm curious to see Economy, because this was not as clean as Cloud9 would have liked, right? Like, they did drop 2. Now, fortunately, Leaf, Zeppa, and Zeta didn't lose any armor, so it's not like they're going to have to buy that up into the next round. But Vanity and Mitch are both going to have to buy full. Given how things look dollar-wise, that could be problematic.
It might be, but if they just win this next one, they'll be all in business, back in business, I should say. So we'll see exactly how many kills Fnatic are able to get to keep Cloud9's economy tight, but we're reaching that point, Doug. We talked about 4 more rounds and the fact that Cloud9, are they going to be able to do it? Well, we're now down to 3.
And Fnatic are on a light buy, too. Or a mixed buy, if you will. Mystic has a hero rifle, and that's it. It's just a lighter buy the rest of the way. See the ult orb getting handed over. Nice, quiet, leisurely stroll. Dangling across nothing on a rope.
I appreciate Leaf letting us have a closer look at that beautiful new knife. But yes, Fnatic, I don't mind this. You know, you mentioned the fact that they have a kind of a broken buy. But again, just this weird, slowed down, completely not fighting for specific things, playing this retake style. This is Fnatic's brand so far on day 1.
That Marshall putting in work. Mitch has the op. Should, in theory, be better, but that's Doma on the other side.
Poison's off.
Oh, another judge for Boaster.
Spotted.
Oh my.
Saw him. He saw him. He saw him. The flash, the satchels, it's too much. Boaster drops. Magnum does as well.
Oh man, if those satchels and those flashes aren't there, Boaster has a fun time. There is a flank on the way with the Sheriff. Durkee is going to pick up a Phantom for himself. But this offing, you can see Zeppa, he's so tucked.
Ooh, he spots Vanity.
What a flash!
Zeppa showstopper. It's supposed to create space, but Durka just stands there. He's able to take Zeppa down with him. A 2v2. How have they gotten to this point? It's not quite over yet. They have the Rolling Thunder as well, and they may not need to invest it. Land the shots, guy. Zeta clean another. They get to 10. Double digits here. Oh.
That, Doug, This is actually, I'm so glad you pointed out the economy and the fact that 2 players died earlier, because now that's going to come into play. Now, well, maybe not. Looking at the money, taking a second glance, never mind. I got a little bit ahead of myself, but that looked weird. That looked funky.
And they are like teetering on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Vanity's down to 16. If this thing continues, right? Like it may not have as much of an impact in this round, but we do have to keep an eye on it. Because for Fnatic to find themselves at map point, at series point, every dollar counts.
Every dollar counts, ain't that the truth? Durke's been pretty aggressive towards this dish. I think this entire second half, actually. He's been trying to force kill the Sky Dog early on, and Cloud9, they've just kind of postured and made it look like they want dish control, but they cut noise and they're going to the other side.
They're going to the other side. They're going into potentially the Viper's Pit. Out from Boaster, you've got Durka's on the other side, so fortunate, and Magnum's on the other side as well. But working through a Viper's Pit is seldom easy, and they do have Zeta's Rolling Thunder, but I mean, is that going to be enough?
Yeah, I think Fnatic have a pretty good idea that this is a possibility. They're not going to play in those common sight. Yeah. Oh, Boaster. He's going to use his Viper's Pit as well as a response.
And this is the Magnum.
Oh, he's only good for the one.
And he had a chance to crack that bad boy wide open. You see Durka wisely staying towards A, the showstopper, the satchel up top. Not going to find anything yet, but it did deal some splash damage. Mitchell's going to get the spike down. Zeta cleans Mystic up. And they do so. They manage to get control. Like, you still haven't dealt with Durka, though. Behind enemy lines. And it's all left on to Durka. The lockdown comes out. Cloud9 not leaving any stone unturned, investing everything they possibly can. Durka's able to take care of Leaf, but he's going to try to stay alive, dash away, get out of the Killjoy ultimate, right into the warm, welcoming arms of Zeta. He gets to 3K, Cloud9 get to 11. Are we about to go to overtime?
I think it's a very high possibility because, you know, we've been talking about Cloud9's money, and we thought about maybe they might not have a full buy for the last round of this half, but Fnatic are in that same boat. We've got an Ares out, we've got a Bulldog, some Spectres. This is not the ideal scenario. The one caveat is Doma's ultimate on Breach. I feel like he's had that on his back for quite a few rounds now. But hopefully for Fnatic, we see a game plan around that ultimate. I think that's probably going to be what Fnatic need here. The aggression.
Oh, but Leaf's just able to take care of it. Yeah, he drops. I mean, one falls. Zeppa does, but that's a numbers win for Cloud9.
Yeah, it certainly is. B site, not a single defender left on it. Sure, Fnatic, they've got a pretty big flank coming up. I think Leaf, he's about to run into some action here.
Fnatic looking to desperately avoid overtime. Have the opportunity to do so.
Oh, no!
That hurts. Oh, that hurts. Leaf backs up, stays alive. Durka looking to push the matter. Fault line in his face, has to drop out, not able to stay alive. Fnatic are just down to 2, yeah, and it's a 2 with the ultimates. Make that 1. Doma, they're weak too, Potter. Both Mitch and Leaf are very weak. Vanity's the only healthy one, but they're playing so far off the site, Cloud9 are, that it's really good. It's almost impossible for them to work their way through. The Rolling Thunder, the Nano Swarm's going to push Doma off. He's not going to get the chance to do anything about it. I don't know that he's going to have enough time for it either. Leaf cleans it up. Map 3, Fracture, and overtime.
What a treat. What an absolute treat for us. You know, so many questions for everyone coming into this last series of the day. Fnatic versus Cloud9, EU versus NA. Fracture, who's going to be the one to win it? And I can't believe how dominant the first half has been. And we've just been seeing back and forth, both teams making these incredible comebacks in these maps. And it's been exhilarating.
Are you all enjoying the ride at home? Because this bad boy's not done yet. Buckle in, because we're going to dance a couple more times. Fnatic's going to start off on the attack, and there's just so much. I mean, you mentioned it, Potter, right? Like, both of these teams, like, and really, Cloud9, they look dead, right? Things did not look good on Fracture. We had almost essentially written them off, right? But they come back from what seemed like an impossible situation, 6 feet under, to get to this point.
And Vanity making the choke.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
boy.
vintage Vanity.
That's vintage, right, baby. There. That's vintage. I like the fact that both teams can really see each other and stare into each other's eyes across the stage here. That's definitely making things spicy. And Man, Fnatic, that's 2 chances now, Doug. 2 chances in 2 maps with the dominant lead that Fnatic had in both of these maps, and the fact that they are looking like kind of like they're choking. They better have a good powwow here during this freeze time before this OT happens.
I mean, they gave up 6 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they had the chance to put Cloud9 away on more than one occasion.
Yes.
And this is where we start to see, like, chemistry, right? Experience.
Yep.
We've talked about the old Chaos roster, the core that are there, and how they've spent so much time playing together. How much of a difference is that in this situation?
Yeah, it's certainly, I mean, that's where that matters, right? Those
Yep.
small details, the synergy, the playmaking, though, that all comes off the back of that sort of experience and time and reps. Here it is, overtime. We're coming into it.
So you see the fault line comes out from Zeta, allowing some space for Mitch to swing around and drop the turret there to hold that angle. So they have good lockdown on A, but everything else is happening towards B. The spike making its way over. Durka's already taking care of one.
Spike down.
Vanity on a great trade, and Zeta working his way forward as well. Oh no, that hurts. He drops.
Oh, this is huge for Fnatic. 3 versus 2, Zeppa, he's burning alive right now. Repositions towards Jen here in the smoke. A bit of a whiff, but the trade comes through strong, and that's Fnatic. It seemed like they were everywhere. They were pinching from Arcade, they were pinching from A main, or from B main rather, and then even a flank there at the end in Canteen. Fnatic, again, the attack side slowing down, poking and prodding, gets them another round.
I love this, by the way. This is sick. Right, like the stage, second overtime. This is dope.
The different languages all across, man, incredible stuff.
Fnatic once again find themselves in a position to put Cloud9 away, but we've been here before. 6 rounds. They're gonna get the 7th chance, and maybe, well, as the old saying goes, the 7th time is a charm, but that's yet to be seen.
I've never heard that old saying, Doug.
No? Oh, it's a
7th
classic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, happens all the time.
All right.
How do Cloud9 approach this attacking round? I mean, you can create some noise out of Vanity towards A. It seems like how they want to go about it, but the spike hasn't committed.
Yeah, Zeta is in no man's land right now. He's all by his lonesome. He's going to try to catch up with the rest of the squad. Maybe throw a piece of utility really late before he goes, but no, he's just going to hold on to it. And yeah, the rest of the Cloud9 guys, they're just meeting up. This is just going to be an A site hit, not even a pinch.
And I wonder at what point, you know, you've got Magnum's camera, you see it on the mini-map. If he pulls it, he may get a chance at seeing a good bit of everything. Mitch looking to get the spike down.
Spike
Should
planted.
succeed. You've got Zeta, as you mentioned, yep, making sure there's nobody rotating around, cutting off that initial entry point, and then you've got Vanity showing up as well. This could be a very devastating crossfire as Vanity plays contact. Zeta swings out. That's exactly what happens. Mystic's first to drop.
Ping and Fong, good synergy. Durka's able to find another leaf. He's got to win this fight versus Magnum. Otherwise, his 2 teammates are going to get flanked.
Oh, Durka. Durka goes all the way in. He's taking care of Mitch. Doma does as well. Is this it? Leaf down to 1. It's just Leaf. Leaf swings out. He's not able to do it. Fnatic's going to get the defuse. The first round of this EU versus NA matchup goes in favor of the Europeans on their home ground as they send Cloud9 to the lower bracket.
I would be cheering with Fnatic fouls on that stage as well. The fact that they're able to convert that retake when Zeta was in the position that he was in, when he brought Vanity over to help him out to secure that flank and make sure they secure the round, that looked all but over.
Yeah.
That looked like that should have been Cloud9's round, but it feels like I've been saying that all series long. Oh my God, Boaster with the perfect banter. Just, Cloud9, they got bullied in there, Doug. They got bullied.
Oh, and I believe it was Ryan Central at the beginning who said Fracture was Fnatic's playground.